Bonjour, bonjour, everybody. Thank you for coming. Good to see you, Dirk. I hope you're having a nice night. And welcome to everybody else. Today, I'll be giving you a lesson on French pejoratives, cusses, and epithets, with the hopes of you gaining a bit of uh, adeptancy in the French language, as well as learning some useful phrases should you ever go traveling the world and interacting with the many wonderful places on it, many of which speak French. It's actually the language spoken, I believe, in the most separate countries across the world, even if it is not the most populous language. So, if you ever think of it as a, so if you ever consider picking up a language, and I assume that you've already picked up, the big ones you really need for this kind of hobby, like Japanese, or maybe you also might want to pick up Spanish too, because there's a lot of Spanish speakers, especially uh, in the U.S. and other English-speaking countries. But if you want to go beyond that, think about picking up French. So let me just move my thing so it's a little bit. There we go. All right. Now it won't block as much of the text. And without further ado, let's begin. Part 1. To express vulgarity. These are your simple cusses, insults, and the like, and how to structure sentences that incorporate them. Now, the holy grail of insulting people in French is the verb foutre, which means to put, but also to give and to do. What involves putting, giving, and doing? Yes, exactly. Well, as one of the things that native English speakers don't realize about their own language is verb conjugations. This is what we do when we do I see, you see, he sees, uh, we see, you see, and they see. We we only use a few variations of verb conjugations, so it's really not noticeable. But when you branch onto other languages, you'll have to learn that using specific subjects will mean the indication of specific verb forms to use. To do that, to conjugate a verb, you start with the what I like to call the stem. So you take or in linguistic terms, this is called the infinitive, and this is the to version of the verb. To do, to put, to see, to go. All of these are infinitives. They're the unconjugated one. If you're referring somebody, what is that? It's to go. You don't say it's a go or it's going. To go is the most basic form of a verb you can use. So once you have your infinitive in in French, you need to draw out a table like this with subjects. For I, use the je. For you, use tu. For he and she, use il and elle. For we, use nous. For plural you, or if you're using your you in a very formal sense, use vous. And then finally, for they, depending on the gender of the they, if it's a group of guys or a group of girls, or if it's a group of male objects, because French has linguistic gender, you'll see that coming up shortly, uh, or a group of female objects, is elle. And you see how I didn't pronounce the s. That is because in French, if you've ever read a book like Desperado, you know that the last letter of a French word is generally not pronounced. And there's other rules about not pronouncing things, but for the most part, if you're worried about your pronunciation of French while reading, just try to slur your words. I got away with it. So anyways, let's conjugate fou along these lines. Je fus. Tu fus. elle fout. Nous foutons. Vous foutez. Elle fout. We do not pronounce the ENT when it is a conjugated verb. So it's foot, not foutant, or fouton. And finally, there's another thing which you need to know about a verb, which is its past participle. Because this is a RE verb, it's past participle, and you take off the you go to just you go to just the actually sorry, infinitive's the full thing, but the thing before the ending, I should explain the endings. This is an RE verb, so to conjugate it first, you need to take off the RE, and that gives you the stem. You take the stem and you add a U to it. This past participle is what we will use for past tense. It is essentially it is the put, gave, did of French verbs. But it's actually much easier to determine than the put, gave, and did of English verbs. Because, for general rule, if a verb ends in er, the past participle is e with a little bit of a hat going to the right. If the verb ends in ir, it's just an I. If the verb ends in re, it's u. There are irregular past participles, and those are on a case-by-case basis. But for the most part, it's easy to determine the past participle. So, on to the next slide. Here's an example sentence of using foutre in a sentence. Je fous ta mère, doing your mom. A simple, elegant, and infinitely notable phrase. So, in this, we of course have a subject, a verb, and then our noun, ta mère, your mother. The ta is the article, and in this it's a possessive article for your. If it was père, it would be ton père, like that. But of course, keep the accents, the hats in. So, je fous ta mère, doing your mom. If we were saying someone else's mom, like say their mom, it would be leur. And I won't bring it into the my possessives, but you're free to do your own research if you like on that. And of course, if it was just the mother, say it's a nondescript, because mère is a female object, it's gendered female. That that's not necessarily because it's mother. That can also, for example, une barbe is a beard. Same with une bite, which is something that only men have. These are female gendered objects in French, so French linguistic gender has little to do with the actual nature of the object for the most part, except with relationships, jobs, and other things. But even then, it's not always. There's no rules by which you can easily determine it. Sometimes if it ends in a chon or sion sound, it's usually female. But other than that, it's on a case by case basis with each word, and you just have to get a feel for it. So if we were just saying the mother in general, it would be la mère. It's the definite articles of French are le, la, and le, like that. Le, la, le. La, le, li, lo, lu. But what if we want to tell someone off? We want to be able to issue commands because we can describing what people are doing will only get us so far. But Mad Lad really did it. Hmm. Un momento. Thinking about this. Un garçon pourrait le fait. Oh my. Thank you so
very,
much.
very much for subscribing.
Thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you enjoy this lesson a bunch, and I really appreciate each and every subscription. But back to the lesson. Uh, if we want to issue a command, uh, if we want to issue a command to somebody, we can't just be describing people's actions all the time. He does, he did. We have to be able to tell someone, fuck you, go fuck yourself. Stuff like that. So, to do that, va te faire faute. Allez-vous vous faire faute? Now, there are some things that are different in command tone compared to the rest of the French language. Firstly, va, usually there would be a s here, because tu vas is the normal conjugation. But you take away the s from all commanding you in the command tone, so it just becomes va with no s. It's an odd change, but it's a rule. Second, you can see that before these verbs we have te and vous. Vous we know is a subject for you, and te looks like the subject too, but they are not. They are a way of shortening and compacting language in French, which in the same way we can say he did it, they did it, they gave it to her. In French, these can all be represented with by putting essentially abbreviations of the subject before the verb. In this case, while it would usually go in front of the conjugated verb, but because there's infinitive, it always goes in front of the infinitive. So if you have he is going to jump to their house, you would put the y to their house, e before the jump, not the go, because which is referring which is what is that clause referring to? It's referring to the infinitive verb, of course, and so that explains that. There's a whole bunch of types of words you can put before a. Ooh, I just there are a whole bunch of verbs you can put before a there's a whole bunch of modifiers you can put before a verb in French. So the general order of them is uh, I believe this is correct from my memory. There's too many. I'm gonna write out a big long sentence, and it's not gonna be worth anything. All right, now we move on to past tense, because sometimes bad things happen to you in the past. So, je suis foutu. I got screwed. You can see je suis and suis it is the verb to be, at least the conjugation for je, I. So a literal translation of this is I am screwed. But because of the way French is organized, of course, it has to be past tense. I got screwed. And we can see the usage of the past participle, foutu. Now, a funny thing about past participles, when you're using to be with a past participle, you would usually have you would usually have uh, certain additions to the end of it to represent uh, if uh, if either the subject that the past participle is referring to, its verb, is female or plural. So so while this is the most general form, you could have, if it was a female subject, it would be je suis foutu with an e. If it was a plural group, uh, say ils sont foutus, it would have an s. And bonjour bonjour garu garu. Thank you for coming by. I hope you enjoy this lesson and find it very educational. And so that's the myriad ways you can say I got screwed. Here's the conjugations of the verb être, to be. This is used for everything. And so if you want to say that someone is not just screwed, but is an asshole, or any other derogatory term, say they are being. Je suis, I am. Tu es, you are. Il elle est, he/she is. Nous sommes, we are. Vous êtes, you are. Ils elles sont, they are. Juju bonjour. Dead emo. And the past participle for being is être. So, next up, what if we're talking about something that's going to happen? Je vais foutre. Être foutu. Être foutu. Gotta make sure I pronounce that. Je vais foutre. Être foutu. I am going to be screwed. Now, there's two forms of this. Conjugating for the future is very easy in French. If we think about future tense in English, you might get stumped for a moment before you realize you do it all the time. I am going to. And the same thing is true in French. Je vais. I am going to. And then foutre. You know how I said that the infinitive is the most general form of a verb? Well, this is you are going to, and then finally because that too we know it's going to be the infinitive version of foutre. Je vais foutre. I am going to screw in this case. Though it could also be give, put, do, etc. But what if we want to be fancy? Because we're not going to be the one screwed. We're going to be screwed. It's more general. This event is coming to us, but we're not the actual one doing it. We're going to have a change in our being. Well, simple enough. We know that after when you put a verb after to be, être, it is going to be its past participle form. So in this case, foutu. So, je vais être foutu. I should have given it its hat, but I wasn't consistent about that. Yeah, if you can see, the previous one, être, as well as et, does have a little hat, this triangle thing. Accents are funny in French. If you're typing online, you'll almost never see them unless you're actually on a European site with a European keyboard. But they can have an effect on which version of a word you're talking about. In the case of past participles, if you're using an er verb, the ending of that is e with an accent. So it could be hard for people to read that as past tense if you don't have that accent there. But for the most part, it's a pain in the ass to do. No one likes accents on keyboards. So this complex sense is je vais être foutu. I'm going to be screwed. And here's the conjugations for aller, to go. Je vais, I am going. Tu vas, you go. Il est le va. He goes. Nous allons. We go. Vous allez. You go. Ils, elles vont. They go. So, in this, we're seeing something which you'll see a lot in French, which is what is called a boot verb. The only normal conjugations of this that have the normal endings are allons, ons, and aller. There's not the there's not the es ending for j. There's not the es ending for tu. There's not the e ending for il. There's not the ent ending for is els. These are all part of the boot. They have irregular conjugation, but these two have normal conjugation. So you'll have to, so on time to time, you'll have to check out, is this a boot verb before you use these forms of it. And the past participle for this verb to go is aller. I went. Now that we have this, let's pull up a long list of vocabulary. You've been taking notes, of course, and go through and try to understand how to use these now with our little bit of knowledge in the sentence. Je m'en fous. I don't give a fuck. This is an idiomatic expression. Je m'en fous. I, to me, in the abstract sense. Fuck. It's not something that translates exactly in English. In fact, it'll stump you if you try to translate exactly in English. So you just have to know this is something very French specific. Barre-toi. This is command tone, as we expressed before. But because we don't have another infinitive here, we're just using toi, T-O-I, as opposed to te. C'est foutu. C'est, C-E is it, in the most kind of abstract sense of it. And it's fucking over. C'est foutu. And it is, for when you're trying to use c'est, treat it like il. In fact, it can either be a toss-up between il and c'est. So, for example, when it's raining outside, il pleut. The sky, it rains. I'm guessing that's where the il comes from, because I'm not sure how the gendering comes into it, but it's just like that. If weather's happening, it's il and not c'est. But if there's something in a room, it's almost always, oh, that sayest, whatever it is. Connasse, cunt. Connasse is basically a way of saying jerk or unlikable person, though it is gendered as, S-E, as opposed to I believe it's connu is just the male version, so it is gendered female. Cunt. Ne fais pas le con. Don't be an ass. Con. Again, unlikable person. Ass. Do not. Fait is to do. So the most literal translation of this is, and ne pas is the negation. So the most literal translation of this is, do not do like an ass. But of course, don't try to do it through literal translation. If you know enough French, try to think in French. That'll very much help you, because it's slower to try to translate two very similar languages into each other. You'll get words confused. Your brain will be congested, essentially. Je suis nick. I'm fucked. Nicker is another verb that means to fuck, basically. So this is just the past tense version of that. Suck ma bite. Suck my dick. Lèche-moi. Lick my. Fils de pute. Son of a bitch. Fils, son, de, of, put, bastard. Foutu bordé, fucking mess. Foutu is being used in the same way you might say, tired, which is the past tense form of to tire, being as an adjective in English. You can use the same way for adjectives in French. Some adjectives in French can either be before, usually when it's an objective thing, like age, uh, but no, actually, really shouldn't say objective. That was just the way the teacher described it, but I still don't get it I don't get it that way. Basically, the categories of adjectives that go before a noun in French are beauty, age, uh, goodness, and size. Uh, is the rule. Though there are others, of course, like foutu. But most verbs go after colors, that kind of thing. La poisson rouge, the goldfish. Foutu baudet, fucking mess. Murder, shit. For shit, down, there's a lot of single syllable exclamations. Merde, zut, other things like that. Putain, put, whore, slut, bastard. Ça me fait chier. That really pisses me off. Ça, this, fait, it does to me. Me fait, does to me. Chier, to piss me off. To anger. Enfoyer, dickhead, fuckhead. Connard, asshole. Poufias, bitch. Oncool. That's a long one, but you can read it for yourself. Bander, to be aroused. Tu me casses les couilles. Couilles. You're busting my balls. Les couilles, balls. Tu me casses. Casse, bust. You are busting my. You're busting me. And then, you notice how it's not possessive for balls? That's an odd thing about French. You only really use possessive verbs with things that you own, that you can buy. J'ai brossé les dents. I brush my teeth. But the more literal translation is, I brush the teeth, and it's just assumed that those teeth are yours, because you can't sell or trade your teeth. Salope, bitch, slut. Nique ta mère, fuck your mother. Taguer, shut the fuck up. There's taguer, te casser, some others all mean shut the fuck up. Be quiet. Casse-toi. Fuck off. C'est des conneries. This is bullshit. Ça déchire de bon. T'es vraiment trop con. You're really fucking stupid. You are truly more like it. You are truly a very massive, or a lot of, ass. That's how you say you're fucking stupid. Va te faire foutre. Go fuck yourself. Alright? Take some time to copy down this list. It'll be used in future lessons. And I won't show it again. Are we all ready? On doit get. Yes. There will be the VOD, so you can catch the lecture at a later date. Go review it before the test. All right. So with all your notes copied, we'll be moving on to the next section, Pejoratives. In comparison to insults and cusses, pejoratives refer to specific subjects mentally and physically of the person you're insulting. Asshole means nothing. They can be stupid, unlikable, a combination of the two, or many other things in the wrong place at the wrong time, in your way. These are complete avowals, as Ludwig von Wittgenstein would say. They mean nothing, and they're just moves in a language game. They're a way of insulting someone. They're insults in the purest form. Pejoratives, not so much. Pejoratives refer to specific things. Let's start with physical pejoratives. Un coquet, a beanpole. A skinny person. Un baleine, a land whale, an oversized person. Un vieux crotin, an old fart, an old person. Un bête, a beast, an ugly. Un face de rat, a rat face. Un degenerate. And as you can see, now that we're seeing more articles, I should explain the pronunciation of many phrases in French. In English, we would do the hard un, like uno for this. Un. We kind of do that in French too, but it's less pronounced un. But for un, it's en, 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 like an almost, en. En bête, un fils. En déjeuner, a degenerate. En chien, en chat, en cheval. A dog, cat, horse. Chat Noir is a character you may have heard of from that one very weird 3D animated French series that everybody was obsessed with more than 5 or so years ago. You can also substitute some of these around to produce your own results. Un face de chien, un face de cheval. Learn to mix and match and use creative insults for the best effects on those you direct them towards. Mental pejoratives. Oh, wait. I messed one up. In the physical pejoratives section, I should have put en planche à repasser, an ironing board. For whatever reason, I kept it on this page. I guess we can say that it's a condition of mind that you're stuck in, not a condition of the soul. Not a condition of the body, it's a condition of the soul. But my mistake, I should have been more thorough and put it on the other page. En connarde, connasse, a jerk. En crétin, an idiot. En clodo, a vagrant. I have some ambiance of cars going in the background, just to I was trying it out to try to reduce dead air. If you'd like it, I can turn it off and put on some music, should you have suggestions. Thank you. I'm glad. I thought it was very comfy too when I first encountered this in a visual novel, so I took the sound. Un busto, a second wheel. Un clodo, a vagrant. Un tranche de cake, a dickhead. Un planche à repasser, ironing board. Un quétade, nympho. Alright. Un fetade is a party maniac. Un quétade just swaps that out for quête. Much less comfy activity. So instead of being a party maniac, they are a quête maniac, nympho. Part 3. Yes, pejoratives are short. They refer to very specific things. So there's not much you can there's not many and you have to work on coming up with your own if you want to be creative. But now we move into forbidden epithets. An epithet is one that is entrenched in society, either representing a class or a group uh, with consensus. Positive or negative, nobility or the poor, that kind of thing. But epithets usually have a lot of crossfire. When you use an epithet, you're going to be, if you're not doing it in a positive way, uh, you're going to be catching a lot of people in your crossfire as you insult someone's category. So use at your own discretion. Though all of these are mostly passable, and would not incur you any negative consequences, or else I wouldn't be able to do this on Twitch. But regardless, warning, there are power words in here. Getting dangerous. En sauvage, a savage. Be careful on who you use this to. It has a lot of history. Le sexe faible, the weaker sex. En légume, a vegetable. This is actually just a straight up vegetable. You know, like peas, carrots, but of course there are vegetables that are meat as well. Légumes, beggars, the destitute. En danger public, a menace to society, a bad driver. There's stereotypes around who's a good and bad driver. Yeah. On Elle en danger public. Off the road, off the road. En pédéraste, Foucault, a French postmodernist. Pédéraste. To anger the entire world. And of course, a nice little map. Here, let's get some nice music in the background to go along with this. This might be too high tempo, but I'll just use it for a moment. So anyways, when you're talking about an Angloid, you can call them a roast beef or a goddamn, because they can't pronounce any of their words correctly. Oi, could you hand me some roast beef? When you're talking about an Italian, call them macaroni or macaroni. When you're talking about Portuguese, shorten it. They're much too important to be shortened. Un porto. And finally, there's quite a many words for kraut. Un bush, schul, fritz, schul. Yeah, I wonder why there are so many negative words. but regardless. But regardless, of course, there are some other DLC words. Boulange, kebab. But they are also similarly often very food themed. So you can go and seek those out too. But sadly, I can only what is it? I can only cover this group for now without the expansion past this whole thing. Though of course you're free to do your own research. To end on a positive note, because there are positive epithets too. Use mon, ma, me for my. Example, ma chérie, my dear. Chérie, dear. Femme, lady, or wife. Home, my home. Man, dude. Mon home. Amour. With amour, you'll never use ma. Because when you start with, and same thing with when you start with a vowel, you can't go into it with ma. So you're always going to use mo unless it's plural. But you'll often see me using these on Twitter. Ma chérie. Ma femme. other things. Ma reine. But yeah. Mon amour. My love. Ami. Friend. Mon ami. My friend. Ra, ren, king, queen. Ma ra, ma ren, my liege. Maître, maîtresse, master. Ma maîtresse, how may I help you today? Prof, teacher. Mon prof. What work do you have for us today? And finally, some good titles. Because French is all the best in the title department. Monsieur, Mr., Lord. Madame, Mrs., Lady. Mademoiselle, Miss. These are, though they once held great esteem, Lord, Lady, they are now just the general ones. Monsieur, Madame. If you're referring to someone respectfully, always try to use these plus their last name. Same thing with English. Mademoiselle depends on the lady. Some people are very uppity about being called Miss, though if you use it on a young person, it's pretty endearing. It implies that they're free-spirited. Monsieur Chevalier. Oh, love this. Sir Knight. Monsieur Chevalier. Cavalier? Where do you think it came from? Chevalier. Le chef. Directe. Chief. You know the Bond film, Casino Royale, which I absolutely hate because it caused me physical pain to watch. There's a specific scene which just goes all out on, not on screen torture porn, but with the noises and with the type of torture porn. Half the population will be very sympathetic to what happens in it. So I really hate that film. But oh, the villain, Le Chiffre, kind of dumb. Uh, but there's versions of Le Chef, Le Chef d'Orchestre, the orchestra, the director of the orchestra. So when you have a director or someone who's comprising the main role of whatever's on screen, they'll often use they'll often be the chef. Though with cinema, it's usually le maître, all same, unless specified otherwise, because video is no movies, just movies. Cinema is weird. Kind of has many of its own conventions in the French language. Bessoir, beau-frère, stepbrother, in-law. Belle and beau mean beautiful. That is all I have to say on this. Make your own judgments. Bonsoir, frère. Good sister, brother. Bonsoir, Fleur. The good sister Fleur. That's how you can refer to me. Or as, or la prof frère. La prof Fleur. Teacher Fleur. Anyways. This did not take very long, but it was certainly enjoyable to do. I hope you learned a lot about the French language, French conventions, French sentences, and of course, some good insults for you to use if you want to distinguish yourself. With that, I'd like to say, merci beaucoup, thank you a lot for coming by, and also, merci beaucoup, thank you, beautiful rump. Well, I now have to. I think I'm going to choose a game because I'd like to continue on. And I thought I suppose I was going to start it next time, but I actually think it might be fun to begin into Lobotomy Corporation right here because that's a very comfy game to go with this very comfy stream, isn't it? So give me 1 minute while that loads up. Alright, I can hear it. Now I just gotta get OBS to load up. Is my OBS stuck? That'd be very unfortunate if it is. No, it isn't. It just wasn't gonna show up. That's odd. Alright. Let's redo that. There we go. Lobotomy Corporation. Face the fear, build the future. So, I already did the tutorial, so let's pop right into the first day. No. Well, that's a spooky abnormality to start with. Yeah, it sounds like who you work for. Well, see, at least, at least in your workplace, people don't die by the droves every day if you're a clerk or other managerial employee and not decked out in some kind of power armor. So, I'd say we're at least, a good 10 years before we head into the corporate realms where Lobotomy Corporation takes place. Ooh. What outfit should I change into for this? Doodle face flare, alrighty. There we go. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. I'm all ready for another big spry day in my ambitious corporate future. What do you mean there's something on my face? Oh crap, I'm late. I gotta grab my toast and go. I gotta grab my toast and go. Yeah. Hello, X. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I am Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace. Oh my, I gotta tell Teru about this. I know he'll immediately fall in love with Angela then. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace, so please have no worry in speaking with me or asking any questions. It's a pretty name for an AI, wouldn't you say so? I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signifies that I'm one of the best to exist in this age. Ah, I know what you must be thinking. Your eyes show that you think I look too human to be an AI. Am I wrong? I mean, in this art style, it's pretty hard to tell. However, there's a great difference between us. I am bound here. I cannot go where I please like you do. I may be able to operate the systems of this corporation to open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I cannot take a step outside of this building to bask in the sunlight or feel the gentle breeze. How very human. What a very human problem to have. Now, in regards to my appearance, as you can see, the color of my hair is that of morning sky after a light shower. The tone and shape of my voice is taken from the wisest person in the world. Lastly, my face is picturesque of the person who had the most beautiful smile. Haha, don't worry, that was a joke. There can be no such person on this earth. My appearance was designed with attractiveness to the largest number of people possible in mind. If the way I look is pleasing to your eye, then I'm working as intended. Intended so. Moving on, artificial intelligence is much more efficient in comparison to humans in terms of multitasking. I am the best in a majority of work fields. Oh, I should change the title of the stream now. What's a good title? That's a good title. Lobotomy. There we go. New job at Lobotomy Corp. Wish me luck. I am best in a majority of work fields. I am able to handle the work of several dozen people at once. I am certain many people have lost their jobs because of me. It's such a shame. The automation feels sad for you. Don't you hear that? Doesn't that make her even more lovable? Even as she replaces you, and you starve because your social credit gets too low. It's fine. She feels bad. I'm certain many people have lost their jobs because of me. It's such a shame. Well, enough with the introductions. Is there anything you would like to know? How should I describe this in layman's terms? I heard that it took an enormous amount of time and effort to create me. All kinds of new algorithms and features were developed, inscribing a new chapter in the history of artificial intelligence. And I serve the company. In search of a solution, we happen to stumble upon mysterious beings In search of a solution, we happen to stumble upon mysterious beings whom we dubbed abnormalities. Then, we figured out that energy could be harvested from these abnormalities via a special method. While AIs as a concept have become so commonplace that they are seen and used everywhere in this day and age, I'm quite different in comparison to the rest of the pack. That is, I can closely imitate human emotions. This is not a simple task, as emotion is a highly sophisticated, originality, biological system that is substantially more unpredictable and complex than any other. Along with other functions at my disposal, I will be your perfect partner. You have joined the company at an opportune moment, by the way. Lobotomy Corporation is always looking for ways to improve its harvesting processes. Our systems are continually updated to support this. Speaking of which, there was a new update to the system right before you arrived. That means the working conditions have been improved upon compared to those of your predecessors. Think of it as a small welcoming gift. Best of luck for us. I was just about to mention you. You don't understand the concept of patience, do you? Oh, pardon my manners, manager. I was talking to one of the other AIs that work here. Should I introduce her to you? Our facility is a huge one, and even I would have trouble managing on my own, so someone determined that there should be an AI to assume head control of each department. If I were to be considered the cerebrum, they would be the cerebellum. Naturally, of course, I should be your most trustworthy and capable companion among all the AIs. Well then, shall we greet her now? You can hear rushed footsteps from behind. Manager! I arrived just on time, right? The time is only 1 minute late. I guess that still counts on time. Malkuth is the name of this spry AI with a nice little armband, short hair, and a pleasant demeanor. Pleasant figure, too. Congratulations on joining Lobotomy Corporation, Manager. I did not want to disturb this touching moment, Malkuth, but every second counts in Lobotomy Corporation. Please make your introduction as brief as possible, and go prepare for the meeting. It seems Miss Angela isn't in a good mood today. Hey, look at that, there's a big Kabbalah poster in the background. One of my viewers actually showed this off to me, and there's different levels of the whole facility. So I'm guessing the facility is composed like a Kabbalah tree. That would be a very interesting little detail. I'm not very adept or knowledgeable of Kabbalah, but the people who practice it make it very obtuse and hard to get into. I quite fault them for that. But hey, at least the other Sephiroths are looking forward to meeting you. Sephiroth. Ah, another Kabbalah reference. Well, maybe not all of them. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Malkuth. I'm in charge of the control team. Since we're the control team, we have a great deal of responsibility. I'll try my best to help you by improving the basic functions of this facility, manager. I'm sure you're a bit nervous right now. It takes a bit of time to get used to things around here. I know from experience. But don't worry, I'll be sure to help you. I am, not exactly the best at everything. I used to be a problem Sephiroth, you know. I would sew buttons onto a shirt in the wrong direction, or add salt instead of sugar to food. But still, you can do it. Just like I managed to. I'm sure you will succeed, manager. Does that imply we're an AI? I mean, it would make sense. But we don't really have any backstory. We're just dropped in here. I'll give you an easy task since it's your first day here. I wish you the best of luck. Knock knock. I can't take it anymore, manager. You're in there, right? I have to get out of here, please. I know you're capable of it. You're the manager. You're not the same as the rest of us. You can do anything. Why do you want to quit? Don't you like working here in the control team? Every day is a delight for me. Thank you, Malkuth. It's so horrible. I can't take it anymore. I'll go insane. Nothing here is normal. Do you really think you can't handle it? Please. I don't want to be here. Let me out of here, please. Manager, even though you're the head of this facility, that employee belongs to my department. So I believe I can take care of this. Let me handle this, please. Should we let her handle it? Or should I intervene? First kind of moral choice in this regard. I'll give it 20 seconds. What odd alien music to be playing in the background. Four, 3, 2, 1. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Thank you for acknowledging my position. Please don't be alarmed. These kind of things happen quite often. Oh right, it must be the first time you've seen something like this. Usually Miss Angela or I handle this kind of stuff. It's just a tiny hiccup, nothing for you to worry about. No, please, manager, please! What happened? I heard a door sound and like a squelching sound, like a pulling. Probably nothing. Manager, please make sure to remember that your primary goal is harvesting energy from the abnormalities. In order to harvest energy, you need to work on them. It is the most basic yet important task we have here at the corporation. Please don't let me down. I know you can do it. Goal: complete 3 work processes with the abnormalities. Day 1. Bria, Zalith. I can see that there's, others in the Kabbalah tree structure. But right now, we just have the control team. Memory repository imprinted. Alright. So we have 2 lob points. And I think... We don't exactly know what we're getting into. And I think strength in numbers might be the way to go. So... Ooh. Our abnormality is entirely unknown, so... Hey, one, Shawnee. good to see ya. We're currently playing Lobotomy Corporation. How do I... Alright. Okay, now... I don't know why we couldn't do... Let's hire a new guy. Alrighty. Standard Riot Stick, Zayn. Let's hire. Alright. McKenna and Mirabelle. We'll begin management on our unknown anomaly. Alright. Down here, we have a scary little skull in the corner. We don't know how it'll react to different types of work, but let's go for insight. Because I want to figure out what's up with this thing. Yeah. You want to know something funny? I've gotten as many clicks, according to Twitch, from Vatican Citizen as I have from the anime tag. Truly, the new Twitch tags are just an absolute hoot. Oh my god, that's a lot of red boxes. Stop work, how do I stop work? Yeah, he was not happy about that. But we got unique PO boxes, so... Oh. Well, we know he doesn't react good to, Okay, attachment. He likes attachment, so... So let's go for attachment. Yep. I mean, Vatican City is a pretty based country, when you look at the policies and laws. So, in that regards, I just think it's a mark to be tapped by VTubers. I mean, legitimate theocracy. That's just kind of cool. Alright. Now let's find more information about it. Repression and insights. Huh. It says it had a very high... Oh. Wait a minute. Which is better, common or high? I don't remember. So that implies that insight is... Huh? Huh. I guess we'll just have to continue working with it and, let's try repression, just to see how it goes. This day will be finished after this, so I don't think, Oh, it's mostly just jesting, but somehow it's a very good tag, so I'll continue using it. Oh wait, did they go and work? I gotta get them go and do work. Go do work, okay? Thank you. Go do work. I mean, My friend Bunzel is completely mistagged. Mostly just added about every one of the bad work is going badly. How do I stop it? Cancel? Okay. First workday is complete. Survival rate 100%, very good. Yeah, but he's completely mistagged with like a rotating selection of very Menhara tags. I do not believe that he's actually going through a psychotic break, but there's a Twitch tag for that, and it works very well for him. 20% of his tag clicks come from that. So there's a lot of funny meme tags to use. Yeah. Also, he's a very chill streamer, so it's not even like that's applicable in any way. It's Fish Gaming Wednesdays. Oh, we gotta choose a new abnormality. This is a recording of the day we must never forget, where the curse continues, eternally, never broken. Which box? I think the O's have less danger. Face the fear, build the future. That is the motto of our founder, the one whom we refer to as A. Tell me, if you had to choose one, what part of the motto do you prefer? Face the fear. We are the first humans of this world to discover abnormalities. Of course, with the exclusion of myself, as I do not exactly belong to humanity. How should I put it? We are pioneering an entirely new world and a brand new field of study. The discoveries we have made thus far are merely the tip of the iceberg. Abnormalities have been among us since the beginning. However, we have only just found their essence, their strange nature. We confronted them for the first time, and we faced fear itself. They were fundamentally an incarnation of fear. Ooh. Oh god. No. No. No, not that. I can handle nightmare creatures. I can't handle Among Us. Amogus. Stop. Stop. I'll pour gasoline on the chat if I have to. There was a bit of confusion last time, wasn't there? Usually, I'm in charge of the security here office. However, it seems that I failed to pay close enough attention to the Saphira meeting room. I heard that a control team employee has resigned from the corporation. Good job. You do not know what it means to resign here in the company, don't you? I'll take that as a no. I do sometimes miscalculate what information I deliver to you and what I shouldn't. Some aspects of our company that I considered natural and obvious may come across as a shock to you. We have a variety of roles here. Oh yeah, the guy who resigned, last time there was a guy screaming, "Help! Let me out! I want to leave!" And I was just like, no. I let the cute security team lady deal with him. We have a variety of roles here. It's like a well-structured play. Every actor has a role, and they must be faithful to their part without any error, synergizing with each other. Now, imagine that one of the actors decides to leave the stage because they don't like their role. The actor should have played their predetermined part at the predetermined timing before making their exit stage left. But to leave the stage without fulfilling their part means that the life of the role and its actor are finished. That is what we mean when we say someone resigns. Great job, manager. You did exactly what I asked of you. I knew that you could do it. You'll never guess how much I rooted for you back there. As for me, the day went alright. We covered a joint emergency protocol drill for my team. Not a single dropout or injury. Everyone did a good job. Not to say it was perfect, though. By the way, manager, have you seen something creepier than the abnormalities? There's entities that wander the facility, unable to be contained, and sometimes they manifest themselves in the corridors. The drills do no good when you encounter them, since we don't have enough data on them. So we always have to stay alert. Ah, random encounters, how fun. No matter how meticulous our plan is, we can't control the unknown. Sometimes, when I encounter them, I get a strange feeling. It's not like fear or anything, some other sensation. Strange, isn't it? I feel nauseous, like something within me is palpitating out of control. It feels like I'm no longer myself. How could I describe it? Like something's wriggling inside of me. Little by little. Your job isn't just to keep the abnormalities in control. You to make sure that they're happy so they'll produce as many PE boxes as they can. Please work hard on this. Everything else should be secondary to the objective. Complete 4 work processes with a good result. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control department? Well, I can't do anything else. Assembly summons. Beepers will be provided to agents so they can be notified to return to their home departments. Joint command permits you to give cross-divisional orders between departments. That seems much more important in the later game. I hope we get game speed acceleration. You can accelerate the flow of time during management by up to 2 times using the TT2 acceleration protocol. Well, that's not gonna help. I'd say these two I'm not gonna need right now. So, because I'm not doing like lots and lots of work. So I should use this one, save it, when I have more departments, it'll be useful. Confirm. Alright. Let's see. I want to give her a, I want to try to give them, like, weapons and suits and stuff. Oh wait, I have to click here, and then I have to go to... I have 8 boxes. Ah, I gotta get to observation level 3 first. Let's go for... work damage, white. Alright, so we want to give them... Ah, now we can manufacture these. But I need more PE boxes, huh. Oh. I just gotta do a lot of insight work with this guy, I guess. Because, you know, this guy just needs a little bit of companionship or something. Alright, well... we don't really need more employees, so I'm just gonna... yeah, let's strengthen that, and let's begin a work trip. How do we do that? Ah, begin management. Here we go. Ready to store deal? None. And you can see here, these are our clerks. Like the beta, alpha, whatever. they're nobodies. And I hear they die in great droves towards the end of this game. Wait, did I upgrade McKenna or Maribel? Oh. I think watching this guy makes it go better. That's good. He was happy that time when we listened to his music. Go for it, McKenna. Oh, let's hope that we don't get another red. Oh, we just moved down to. That was less successful. What did she say? You have made some sacrifices? Well, let's work on Granny now. Let's try insight work with Granny, because we want to get those P boxes so we can know what's going on with it. But and for this guy, let's. Or the store? Ah, so this restores our health. That's very good. Let's send the other person to do work. More attachment work. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's not a good result. Oh shit, we've hit a Kiploff meltdown. She was very unhappy with that. And we gotta send stuff back to her to, We'll let you heal Maribel, but, yeah, we gotta get you back in there. Let's try, repression. Let's see. Yeah, his weakness is... Good night, Dirk. Have a nice one. Bonne nuit. Bye. But that's just the suit. That's not the guy. Oh, I hope it's not still... Things aren't still happening well. Oh, that's good. That seems to be working out a lot better. let's move on to the next day. Dude, your little angel is gnawing on our colleague's finger. I like this song. Let's see what that is. Greetings, manager. It marks 3 days now that you have worked here. Number 3 is a mysterious one. In age-old fables, it is common for a mysterious entity to appear and tell the protagonist to utter 3 wishes. Sadly, I am not a mage or billionaire that can grant your wishes. However, I do happen to know what your predecessors wished for. There are many aspirations. Common among them is seeking of some kind of growth. But you're kind of forcing the growth onto me, where we're getting new abnormalities all the time now. To lead the company to prosperity, to achieve spiritual maturity, you name it, each had one to flower in a different way. Which of those 2 would you want? I wish to mature my spirit. Come to think of it, there was another manager who gave me such an answer. Ah, we're disposable. As you know, spiritual is a rather obsolete term in today's world, so I asked them for the definition of spirit. But then that manager told me, well, I unfortunately do not recall the details of that conversation. Even an AI cannot store every bit of knowledge. Unnecessary information should be deleted for smooth operations. So you may be asking yourself if your predecessor managed to fulfill their wish. I suppose what happened to the others is not important after all. I do promise to cheer you on for the journey to your final goal, though. I need something to drink. My throat is scratchy as hell. Ah, my chair is... I think my chair needs to be oiled. I do promise to cheer you on for the journey to your final goal, though. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control department? Only department I can't expand. So let's hire someone. Oh, that's quite the name. So, well, ooh, we don't have enough for that. So high means it goes better, I think. And low means it's disastrous, of course. I think. Other hand, let's manufacture something. Oh. Don't have enough? Oh, 15. Wow, that's a lot. It is not an escaping entity. Wow, that's good. So we can safely use this guy for power then. On the other hand, yeah, I don't feel like putting too much into my plays until I know actually what their max SP. Heh. Oh, did she get a... Ah, she got an ego gift. I see. That Crown of Thorns. So she's been blessed by the enemy, and that gave her stuff, but I think it might have also cost her damage too. Well, let's begin today. Oh, well, that's a spooky entity. Since you're the one who probably has the best, let's go do some insight work on it. As for you, you're gonna go to Grandma and do... what was it? Instinct work? And on the other hand, you're going there to do attachment work. Let's go! Okay, bad, sorta bad, not bad at all. So wait, this guy interacted badly with... Attachment is best, I see. For her. Huh. Let's see. It's probably a better escape, but that means that she won't escape if we have people working with others. So, this guy, what do we say about him? Low on instinct work. Let's try repression. Yeah, you go for it. As for you, let's go for more attachment with this guy. And finally, you. What do we try with her? Attachment wasn't good. Insight. Instinct. Uh-oh. Shoot. Ah, crap. We gotta send someone to go deal with her. Fine. Well, attachment's best for her, it says, so go do it. Repression going well. Sorta well over here. Oh shit! Oh shit, he's breaking out! And, everyone fucking go in there! And someone go and stop her! Order suppression, go! Mirabelle, you can handle this. Right? Oh, shit! I think we want to retry this day. Yeah, let's retry this. That did not go well. And I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose it. I see why people like this game. But what kind of damage did that guy deal? Oh shit, we don't even know. Huh. You know what? He's the most dangerous, so we're gonna focus on getting them all together, and then they can all fight him. That sounds about good. What's this called? Hello? Alright, alright. Well, it might be a short stream today, because I just got informed dinner is here, so I might go and get that. I'm not exactly the most hungry, so I'm gonna try this day once more, but then we'll probably end out. Short stream today. Lecture was very fun. Alright. We're gonna turn... Here, we have all the ones we need. Okay, cool. Oh wait. And it was attacking with... I think it was attacking with purple. I don't know. I might just try it for now. And... yeah, let's get our super soldier time. Good endurance against all those, so... Oh wait, we already have one. Let's assign it. Acts. Penitence. Okay, so that makes her better at working with, I see that makes her better with working with that thing, so... But it also gives her a bunch too, like move speed and SP, so that's good. And, we gotta... let's do... what about ego suits? Ego list. Ego suits. Requisites. Yeah, we're basically making a super soldier to deal with all this. Otherwise, let's begin management. So, Maribel, you go to do attachment work. Let's try instinct work on this guy. And, McKenna, you go and do attachment work over here. Let's see how that one goes. I don't think it's going very well. Not going well over here either. Oh, crap. Shit. Maybe we can inch out another box? Or it's just straight up ejector. Oh no, she's gone panicked. Maribel? Go do it. I don't think we can actually heal her until, we need the weapon. She's gonna go mad. Come on, she's running away from you. Let's try. Again. How do we make her good? Oh shoot, she's dead. Maribel, please. Go there. Do attachment work. We need more boxes. We're gonna need to get white weapons so our panicked employees don't die on us. And oh god, that's bad. Yeah, this ain't good. Maribel, why'd you go there? I thought I said to do attachment work. Yeah, there we go. Oh, fuck. McKenna, things are going very bad. Repression didn't go well. We have to try attachment again, just for a better solution. I mean, why? Attachments are best work. What? Ah. We need more boxes from her. Yeah, shoot. Can't let this run out. There we go. How do we get rid of that corpse? Or is it just there to remind us? That's very good. Ah, if I had just let them do the work there, I wouldn't have to kill the employee. Ah, I see. Because he heals everybody when he's done. Ow. So what we're gonna do? We need to get her. We only can choose one of these. Escape information? She hasn't escaped yet, so we're not gonna do that. And these guidelines we already unlocked. Alright. Damage, white. Okay. We have a lot of sand damage. We need 20 boxes to the ego suits for the other guy were very good. So I think what we want to try is avoid this guy for now. We're gonna retry this day, but we're gonna, yeah. And I've heard that retrying is an essential part of this because you're gonna die a lot. You're gonna have horrible situations happen on your hands. we're gonna want to try to do it a different way. But, I don't know how to save. I think it auto-saves on you each day, so that's pretty good. But we're gonna wrap up the stream here. That was pretty fun. I think I'm very much enjoying Lobotomy Corporation. And, so let's see who's online. Ah, shoot, everybody's online. Who do I choose? We got Bunzel, yeah, Fleur was... I've already rated Fleur before, though. The other Fleur. Yeah, there's another VTuber named Fleur. You should go and check them out. I'll put them in chat. But I think Bunzel, because hey, I'm just wrapping up my stream, so don't give me one.
Too late. Mom heats her stuff
Hey,
up.
hey.
I'm gonna soggy.
Shh. Yeah.
It was
All right.
soggy.
Enough, Dad. Come on.
Yeah.
Enough. Can't even do that. God. So anyways. Au revoir, everybody. Have a good night.